Welcome and join us on our journey as we interview everyday people and ask them that very question of who am I?
Who am I? Who am I?
Who am I? My name is Dalton Forbes. I'm 40 years old, born right here in Nassau, Bahamas. I'm a father, beverage specialist, consultant, trainer for food and beverage. I'm a brother of the Leaf, member of Westside Smoker Cigar Club, and a professional drinker. Started my career at the ripe old age of 17 years old at the world famous Island Resort. Started off as a bar back in the lobby bar of the Royal Towers, which is Plato's. Worked my way through multiple different outlets until my time when I left there at 2018, I should say, when I left Atlantis as a beverage specialist to try some new opportunities that were just passing my way. From there, I got into, spent some time at Bahama, freelancing as a beverage specialist and consultant and F&B trainer with my company, F&B Concepts Bahamas. I'd say I became a professional drinker just by being in the trade. Originally when I went into the hotel industry, I would be honest, I wanted to be a chef. That didn't pan out the way I wanted it to, and I started off working on the bar, and that was my first day on the job. Speaking to some of the guys that were my mentors at the time, they told me, "You're still a chef. You're just a chef with alcohol and not protein." So just from years of creating cocktails, helping cocktails on the bar, starting to create drink menus, wine lists, and so on and so forth. To expand and get into it, I had to drink, I had to sample, I had to learn how to compare flavors, profiles, and things of that nature. So as I continued to drink, I learned how to drink even more responsibly, learn how to teach persons how to drink responsibly, as well as knowing my own personal limits when it comes to consumption. So that's why I would say I'm a professional drinker. I do not have a favorite drink. As much and as cliche as it sounds, being in this industry, it's very difficult to have a particular favorite because the world is expanding drink-wise exponentially. What we used to think about as a cocktail 5, 10 years ago is nowhere close to what persons are doing right now in the industry. And then when you look at just different mixologists across the world and what they're doing, what you see happening in the US is not what's happening in Thailand, it's not what's happening in Japan, and literally it only takes one new cocktail to sip on and it's like, I got a new favorite rum, a new favorite gin, a new favorite tequila or whatnot. As long as it's good quality, it's for me. My biggest accomplishment without question is being a father. I have some beautiful children who I love every day, and everything that I do today is based on trying to create a better life for them. My biggest regret would be not trying some things that I was thinking about sooner. I had a lot of hesitation when it came to starting my own business, when it came to making some changes career-wise, and I feel that maybe sometimes if I had started it a little bit earlier, I could have progressed a little bit more. Best advice I've been given is to not worry about the noise in the market, worry about the product that you have in front of you that you're giving to the persons. Life doesn't have a guideline. A lot of persons would like to tell persons, you're not a real man, you're not a real woman. You shouldn't do it this way, you shouldn't do it that way. We all have our own individual experiences, and we need to monopolize on our experiences to try and make a better future for ourselves, but not live life by anyone else's particular standard, whether it comes to religion, education, love life, or whatever. Something that no one really knows about me, I will say that while persons say that I'm a little bit difficult to work with, I'm not. It's just a matter of getting to know me. I tend to tread that fine line between being confident and arrogant, and it's a very fine line. But once persons get to know me, especially in the industry and the way I work, they would realize that it's more or less a bit of confidence and not arrogance. I try to speak to things that I know factual. If I don't know, I try to get myself as educated and well-versed as I can so that I could stand in any circle and have a conversation with anybody, anywhere. The only last comment I would say is I would just leave everyone with a quote. This comes from Edgar Allan Poe. It says, "Believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see." To expand on that a little bit more, just to know that nothing is ever fully what you think it is just at first sight or first glance. Sometimes we need to go into it a little bit more and ask not just the reason for, but why, what's the root cause and whatnot. So always dig a little deeper into anything that comes your way before you decide to make a decision. So right now you can find me on social media. On Facebook, I'm Dalton Forbes. I am Ninja, NINJAH242. On Instagram, same thing with TikTok. You can find me also with Bahamas Beverage Concepts at FNB BAH@gmail.com.
If you like what you saw, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and join us on our journey as we create more content on our way to getting our first play button.